Hi, in today's video we are going to assemble these star coasters and star hot pad designs all in the hoop on your embroidery machine. They come together in the same exact steps, so it doesn't matter if you're stitching the coaster or the hot pad. The coasters come in 5-inch, 6-inch, and 7-inch. And the hot pad comes in 8, 9, 10, and 11 inches. You can find the design for purchase on my website, creativeappliques.com. Hi, I'm Dawn Chase, founder, owner, and designer of Creative Appliques. Thank you for joining me today. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. I am appreciative that you're here. And if you're not a subscriber, please click that subscribe button and the bell next to it to be notified when I upload new content. Also, if you would give me a thumbs up, I would be forever grateful because it helps YouTube know that you're enjoying my content and it really helps my channel to grow. So, today, we will talk about all the supplies we need for the coasters and the hot pads. We will talk about step-by-step how to assemble it. This is a very beginner-friendly project, so let's get into it. Let's discuss the supplies you're going to need. First, you're going to need your hoop for the size design you're stitching. Today we are going to be stitching the 9-inch star. The stabilizer you're going to need, I like a medium to a heavyweight cutaway stabilizer to add some structure and depth to the design or the finished project. You're going to need some batting for your project, and you're going to need your fabric for the front of your coaster or hot pad. And you are going to need 2 back pieces that you will fold in half, wrong sides together, and we will place those when they need to be. You can use some tape. This is Transform medical tape that I like. You also need to have your embroidery thread, your embroidery bobbin. The bobbin thread's not going to show at all, so the color doesn't matter. The color that you use on top, there's a little bit of quilting that you may want to have contrast or matching depending on what fabric you're using. Applique scissors to trim around the batting if you choose. A point turner that I really like to help get those edges out crisp and clean. Some scissors to trim around the star at the end. I like this June Taylor Magic Seam one to be able to help hold the fabric in the hoop as I'm stitching. And an iron you will need for the end of your project. So those are all the supplies that we're going to need at this time. Next we're going to do is we're going to hoop our stabilizer. Today I'll be stitching the 9-inch hot pad design. When I use these, I use them more for decorative purposes, not necessarily with hot plates or hot pans. If you are using it with a hot item like that, you might want to put some Embroidery in there. A note about that though is Embroidery should not go in the microwave because there's a little bit of metal inside of it. So I'm just using batting in mine because I like it for decorative purposes, but you will need to choose the correct type of batting or loft for underneath the top fabric that you're going to need for whatever project you're going to be using it for. So the first thing that's going to stitch now is the placement line for the batting or the Embroidery. The placement has stitched. Now I'm going to take the batting and I'm going to place it on top, covering all of the stitching. Now with this is really thick and lofty, so you're going to want to make sure that you sit with your machine and you watch it. You're also going to want to make sure that if you have the ability to raise your presser foot, to raise your presser foot. Now I'm going to tack this down. The batting is tacked down. Now I will trim it close to the stitching. This step is optional. If you do not want to do this, you don't have to. I prefer to do it to remove the bulk from inside the seam at the end when we turn it right side out. Now that that's all trimmed, we're going to take the fabric for the front of the hot pad and we're going to place the material covering all the stitching. And now we are going to go tack this down. Also in that last step was the quilting that's stitched. So there's some stars that stitch on the inside of the design. So those are all stitched at that same time. So if you wanted to have the quilting to be contrasting, you would want to choose your fabric at that point in time. If not, you can leave it as contrasting. So now we are on the very last step here. So we have our two pieces here that have our fold. So we are going to take the larger piece, and where the star comes in here, the inner corner, this point here, we are going to take the fold and we're going to place it on that line. So just like this, making sure we're covering all the stitching at the top and both of the sides. And then we're going to take this second piece and we're going to overlap this piece by about a ½ inch or so. You can do more if you want. You just want to make sure you're covering all of this stitching right here on the bottom and both sides. So now you can see, because this one's cut a little narrower, you can see I probably have about a good inch overlap there. So that's fine. We just want to make sure it's overlapped. Now it's very important that you place the pieces just like this. The top piece with the fold towards on this line here needs to be placed first, and then this bottom piece with the fold here needs to be placed second. The design is digitized specifically so that your presser foot will not get caught going under these layers of fabric. So place them in this exact orientation. Now we are going to tack that down. So the hot pad or coaster is completely stitched, so we're removing it from the hoop now. And we are going to get our scissors and we are going to trim close to the stitching, leaving about a ¼ inch. So now with regular traditional sewing, when you clip into corners, I like to clip in a diagonal like this, then take a little triangle out of that area. That's really going to help that area to turn nicely and not have a lot of bulk in that area. And I'm going to do that at all 5 inside angles. The next thing I'm going to do is for the curved parts here, the arms, I'm going to cut in about 3 or 4 spots. You can also make these the triangles if you wish. So you can kind of do like this to get little opening parts like that. Being cautious not to cut the stitching. We're just going to help this ease itself a little bit when we turn it right side out. Now we're going to take it and turn it right side out. It's easier to do this with the larger stars than the smaller ones, but you definitely can get that accomplished. This one is the 5-inch. So this is the tiniest one. And now I like to get my point turner here and really get into the curves to really push that fabric out nicely so that when we iron it, get a nice crisp seam. Now I'm going to get my pressing mat and I'm going to turn it over to the back. Give a nice press, iron, and turn it over to the front. So I have some Seam 2 here, and I'm going to use this to close up the back. So I do my highly technical measuring there, and I put it on the inside fold. And I actually press it. And then remove the paper. I'd like to make sure that both pieces are very flat before I apply the heat. And there we go. Well, what do you think? Wasn't that simple, fast, and easy? They're so much fun to make, and they're a great way to decorate for your upcoming barbecues or anything that you may need a star, hot pad, and coaster for. They're lots of fun to change out the fabric as well. They're even would be great for Christmas to do it in some silver or some gold. Oh, so many ideas and options. So I'd love it if you leave me a comment down below what you think about this project, what you would like to see. I read every single comment, and I'm very appreciative that you're here. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Over 75% of you who watch this channel are not subscribed. So please click that subscribe button and also give me a thumbs up. And if you have any sewing or embroidery friends, please share this video with them as well. If you're on social media, you can find me on all the major platforms: Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, TikTok, and of course here on YouTube. So if you want to find out more or come join us in the Facebook group, Creative Appliques Embroidery Facebook group, where we share all of our projects and inspire each other with fun ideas. So until I see you next time, please make your life creative.